Hello everyone, I welcome you to this presentation on understanding variables in Python. In this video session, we will explore all the key concepts related to variables, their usage and behavior in Python programming. What is a variable? A variable in Python is a named reference to a value stored in memory. It allows us to store, access and manipulate data easily. Python is dynamically typed, meaning we don't need to declare the data type of variables explicitly. For example, we have the value 10 and it is stored in the memory, and we use some name, right, to reference this value, and this is called a variable. And in Python, the dynamically typed means, like the people who are aware of C programming and C++ and all, if we want to declare an integer value, we need to use the data type before, then x is the variable assigned with the value 10, then semicolon. So this is a general syntax to declare integer variable. But in Python, we no need to explicitly mention this. We can directly write, for example, if we want to have a string value, we can use name is equal to, inside the double quote you can give the name, for example Vinod. So this automatically becomes a string variable. So how to declare a variable in Python? So this is the syntax. Like if we want to have an integer value, you can have the notation like this: is equal to 10. This becomes automatically an integer variable. Say we have an integer value, and for string, as I already said, name is equal to inside the double quote I am giving here Vinod. So this automatically becomes a string variable. And if my value is 2.5 is assigned to some, again, x. So this automatically becomes, since we have a decimal value, this automatically become a float variable. So we use this assign operator to assign a value to the variable name. So again, dynamically typed means, yes, I said a is equal to 50 is the integer variable, and I can have a is equal to other name also, say for example hello. So this automatically becomes a string variable. So this dynamic typing means the type of variable can change during program execution. So what are the rules we need to follow while naming a variable? Python has specific rules for naming variables. A variable must start with a letter or the underscore. For example, we can have the variable like this: underscore name is equal to what? Hello. And they cannot start with a number. Like we can have a1 is equal to the value 10, but 1a cannot be assigned like this. So the variable cannot be named like this, and it is case sensitive. So for example, we have the variable age is equal to say for example 20, and age, and this is 25. So these two variables are different. So in Python, the variables are case sensitive, and we need to avoid reserved keywords. For example, in the control statements we use if, else, and in looping we use for and while. So these are the keywords that are not to be used as a variable. So we need to follow all these rules strictly while assigning a variable. Yes, so far we have discussed that the integer variable is defined like this, and a string variable is defined like this. But how do we know this is an integer value, this is a string value? So we can use the function type of. So this one, type of x, this will return the type of this variable x. This will return actually class int, and type of name that will return actually class str. This is a string variable. So this is how we can find a type of assigned variable. So multiple assignments, unlike other programming in C++, like Python has a good feature of assigning multiple values to multiple variables. Like Python allows multiple assignments in a single line. For example, we can write a, b, c is equal to 5, 10 and 50. It means like it will automatically assign the value 5 to a and 10 to b and 15 to c. We can even have the variables, multiple variables, assign x is equal to y and z is equal to 10. It means all these variables having the value 10. The scope of a variable determines where it can be accessed. Variables declared inside a functions are local, while those outside are global. Python also supports a non-local scope for variables in enclosing functions. For example, let's say x is equal to, say, hello. So this is a string variable, and if I have the function def, so this is the syntax to define a function in Python. We will see in detail in upcoming lectures. I'm just showing this for the explanation of local and global variables. So def, for example, we give function name and colon. Here x is equal to, say, this is local. So here this x variable is actually a global variable and this x variable is local variable. In case if I want to change this global variable as a local variable, say for example I'm having x is equal to 10 and let me have a function modify, then inside what can I do? I need to use global keyword, global x, then we can change the value of the variable x. This is how we can modify a global variable inside a function. We use the global keyword, this global keyword, and this global keyword allows us to change the value of global variable x. Here it is 10 and here it is 20. Variable deletion. Deletion means, for example, if we have the value 10 to the variable x, integer variable, and we can use the keyword del, then x. So the variable x is deleted, but this may arise name error in case if we access this variable somewhere using this keyword, using this one to delete the value of x may raise some error if it is accessed only. So we need to take care while deleting the variables. And this type conversion, we can change the type of one variable to another type. Say for example, we have again x is equal to 10 and this is by default integer value, and in case if I use y is equal to str of x, then x is equal to this value 10 becomes a string value, a string variable, right? Again now y is actually, if we look into the type of y, this will return class str, right? String variable. Again I want to convert this string value. You can have float. For example, if we use float of y, then y is equal to 10 becomes a floating value, right? So 10.0 like that. So like this we can convert one type of variable into another type of variable. So here this example shows how to print variables using this print function. Uh, in case if we use the assigned variable inside a print function, we need to use the open and close braces. Whatever we give inside print, for example, I am typing here name, it is going to print name. Inside I'm going to use some variables also, and that has to be used with this open and close parenthesis. So what would be the output of this statement? Like we need to use f inside the double quotes. Whatever the statement we give are going to be printed, but inside this open and close parenthesis, this name, this will become Adiran, and the age here given is 4. The output of the statement would be the child name is Adiran, he is 4 years old. So I am using a Python IDLE shell to execute these codes. You may use any compiler, like let's say the value a is equal to 10. So we can have, so the a value is returned as 10. Again, like a name, I'm giving inside the double quote vNote. So here I'm printing name, that becomes vNote. So we can have even a is equal to say for example 10.5. Now a value become as a floating value, and I want to know the type of these variables. So we can have type function type of a. This will return the a value. Here the a value is decimal value, and let's say type of name, and this becomes a string variable. We can even have a is equal to, b is equal to, c is equal to, say for example 5, and in this case let us print c. So we can assign a single value to multiple variable. Also a comma b comma c, for example 5 comma say 10.5 comma, even you can have a string value c value, let's say. Now let us return the value c. So this is actually a string variable, and the rule we said, no, for example like 1 a is equal to 10. So this is not allowed. You may have a1 is equal to 10. So this is allowed, and we can even use underscore a is equal to 5, then underscore a value is 5, and the keywords like if else cannot be used if, for example 5. So this will return a syntax error. So we need to follow all the rules to be used while naming the variable. And next we saw about the type conversion, no? So here underscore a, let's say for example here lost the value a is 5, and let's say type of a is what? This is integer value, and I want to change this into a float. So use, this is typecasting. So float of a becomes 5.0. So the decimal value is assigned to the variable a, and say for example if I want to convert that into a string variable, right? So this inside the single quote the value 5 is given. See for example we have the name say Dhiran, and age is 4, and I want to print the value variable. We can simply use print function, and inside print of age will return the value of the variable age. Or else if I want to combine the statement and the variable, So inside the print function, f and double quotes, like the child name is, so inside open and close parenthesis we use the variable name. The age is like again the yeah. So this has written the child name is Adiran and the age is 4. So these are all about variables in Python, and in the next lecture we will look into the data types. Thank you.